Good feeling, good sensation. Welcome to the football station. And football can be really cruel. I don't want to lie to you. I was watching the Germany Ivory Coast game and I'm devastated. I'm devastated. I mean, I expected a different outcome than what I witnessed. It's incredible. But if you're new here, this is the football station and we get to talk about football. This is one of those shows that we call the golden hour. And on this show, we just break it down and we make it so simple. And as always, it's World Cup season and we'll talk about World Cup and all the action around it. We'll talk about the previous results and the fixtures. And we'll also talk about the transfer business. There's been plenty of football recently, and I don't know if you've been watching all the games or have been able to. But there's been so many great performances and unexpected results. The Ivory Coast did so well. I don't want to lie, they played amazing. Oh, it's a pity they lost in the end. But without wasting much time, let's get this show underway.
The sports weather on the football station.
Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah.
So, looking at the upcoming fixtures, we have Ecuador. They'll play Carousel, and obviously the German match has been played, and they won. Dennis Undav. You really saved them. I'll be honest. In other matches in the same group, Tunisia will play Japan, Spain will play Saudi Arabia, and Iran will face Belgium. Now, looking at the results, well, since the last time we recorded the previous show, Canada went on a 6-0 rout. So far, I think all the hosts are looking pretty decent. Mexico and the USA as well. They've qualified into the knockout stages. So Mexico were 1-0 winners when they faced South Korea. The USA beat Australia 2-0. Scotland lost to Morocco 1-0. And Brazil with their first victory of this World Cup tournament. Well, that result for Turkey, it means they've been eliminated, unfortunately. And the Netherlands, they really turned up the heat. I thought last time, um, Sweden played well, and they did again today. To be honest, I really had time to watch that game. Today's just one of those days where it sucks. It sucks. I mean, all the teams that I was supporting today, they lost. But they were playing good. Switzerland were playing good. They didn't sit in their shell after they conceded. They kept on going. And the same goes for the Ivory Coast. I mean, they could have won it. The Ivory Coast could have won it. It's really incredible. It's
Swipe right now, I'm watching what you did. Power down now, I'm at a disadvantage. But I think that it's worth it.
It's really incredible. It's a day when
I play my favorite song.
teams that deserved something didn't get anything. In the Netherlands match, they were more clinical than Sweden, and yes, they deserved winners, but Sweden were very positive, and especially after the water break in the first half, I think the Netherlands struggled to contain them, and they should have capitalized, but they didn't, and that was the difference.
Boss says, man, you gotta make an effort. Feel like all I do on earth is just say yes, sir. And when I tell people how they make me feel, they treat me like a leper. I put my headphones on, I play my favorite song. I go to sleep and try again. Mama used to try and tell me no man is in on it, but I think I feel like drifting away. Mama used to say tomorrow never comes, so make the most, but I think I am done with today.
What happened to my graphic? I mean, I see 3 Group C's. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane.
The heart of football. HOF.
So let's get into HOF. Let's get into the heart of football and really talk about what has been happening. And there was this incident in the Qatar-Canada match. Corner's leg was broken, and you can clearly see that the player involved was devastated. There was quite some serious outrage in reaction to what had happened, especially for the Canadian players and other members of staff. But in my honest opinion, I don't think anyone would injure someone intentionally. So he had to be stretched off. And that's the end of his World Cup. Sadly. Especially at the time when Canada doing so well and they've qualified for the knockout stages. It's a difficult one. And also fifthly for Asim, who is the player involved in this incident, because I mean such things stay with you. But according to reports, he has apologized. And I'm sure Connor understands, man. He received 2 fractures. 2 fractures. That's really bad, as according to reports. Well, let's move on to something positive that came out of that game. A Jonathan David hat-trick. A Jonathan David hat-trick. He's the second player after Lionel Messi.
Cause if I do, I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can't we find a single reason not to say goodbye? Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide?
So Jonathan David was named man of the match after he scored the hat-trick against Qatar. And I think this puts him in contention for the golden boot. If I'm not mistaken, he should be on 5 goals now. Yeah. So as it stands, he might win it. I'm not gonna lie, Canada are really playing well. I think the same goes for all the host nations currently. And I'm just curious to know, who do you think will get eliminated first? Who do you think will get knocked out first from the host countries? That's Mexico, United States, and Canada. Do you think they'll make it all the way?
About who I'm supposed to be, I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember,
So currently it's Jonathan David on the lead.
Mama told me before,
Oh, he only has 3 goals.
if there's
I
only
thought he scored in the first match. So he's equal with Lionel Messi. Wow, and they both scored hat-tricks.
miles from home, feeling
He made history there. That's something incredible.
child, don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head
Oh, Matthias Cunha. He had his last dance. He was dancing. He got a brace for Brazil.
Dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon.
As they played Haiti, and Vinicius Jr. also managed to get a goal. I think that's 2 for him this season.
Still rolling the dice, praying sometimes don't last it long. I'm losing my faith. I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own.
And to be fair, I think Brazil should have scored more. I don't want to lie. They had so many chances.
Child, don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head or your heart. I bet my life on your stars. You'll be there.
I think that scoreline between Canada and Qatar, that's what people expected from the Haiti and Brazil match. But it wasn't to be. I saw Martinelli's effort that hit the crossbar. That was something beautiful. I think the build-up play in that move.
Child, when you're out on your own.
And now to the man who's hotter than paper and colder than ice, Dennis Undav.
Child, don't forget.
Oh, he broke my heart. He broke my heart.
I bet my life.
You know what? When I was watching the game between Ivory Coast and Canada, I didn't have a side. But I was basing it on the performance, and the Ivory Coast were playing super good. They were well organized defensively, and they were attacking. You know, they were going for it. Up until that man, Dennis Undav. Oh, what a brace. What a brace. Germany in past years have been struggling to make it past the group stages. And he rescued them.
My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. The gains and
Here's my 2 cents.
I lost a friend.
On the balance of play, I think the Ivory Coast deserved something from this game.
But I keep fighting,
But obviously,
living breath. A sooner way out from where I stood.
you know, it's one of those situations where we can say if they lost the match, but they deserve to go through the qualifiers. I think, sorry, the knockout stages. I think they're an exciting team to watch. And I felt cruelty of football today. You know, just like Sweden, they deserved something. They played well. Well, I guess intentions don't pay the bills. You have to produce.
Oh my God. Don't do this. For I messed up.
What are your thoughts on Havertz's performance?
My best friend.
I really didn't see him today.
Oh my God.
Ivory Coast were dominating, to be fair. Germany didn't offer much. I don't think the Ivory Coast goalkeeper was tested that much. But maybe the eye test failed me. Let me know what you think. And we have to keep the show moving. I need to touch on some transfer news.
It's silly season. All the latest transfer news on the football station. It's silly season. All the latest transfer news on the football station.
Arsenal are reportedly interested in Solis. And it is believed that they're going to make a 40 million bid for the winger. They're also believed to be on the market for another midfielder. And Ayub Baldi has been mentioned. His name has been thrown into the ring as well. It's quite interesting. This Arsenal situation when it comes to transfers, because the question is, who's going to leave? Excuse me. I look at the Arsenal midfield and they have Declan Rice, they have Zubimendi, they have Christian Nogard, and now Miles Lewis Kelly. So, where is Ayub Baldi going to play? Who's going to leave? And when it comes to Solis, the same question applies. Because one of the things that Arsenal did last season was to find depth, to be able to make sure that if there are any injuries during the season, then they have enough cover. So they had Martinelli, Trossard, and Eze, playing on that wing where Solis is supposed to come in. So that's 3 players. I've seen the rumors about Martinelli going to Newcastle. I don't know how far true that is, but it's interesting.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me.
Would it be Trossard because of what has been going on in his life, in his personal life, or things that I won't mention? But it could be he needs a new start. Or do we hold tight to him? Let me know who you would want to stay. If Arsenal is going to make way for Solis, who would you want to stay? Is it going to be the much older Trossard or Martinelli? Tottenham Hotspur have had a bid rejected for Sandro Tonali. It's believed to have been in the region of 75 million to 80 million, and it was rejected. What do you think is Tonali's valuation? Do you think he's going to go for the same amount as Declan Rice? It's interesting. It's interesting because it seems as if the market is inflated, if I'm being honest. I think we're getting to that stage where every single player is going to be over 100,000. And with that, we've come to the end of the show. It has been a pleasure. Until next time, I wish you well.